Have you ever felt like you're being watched? Not by someone, but by something beyond this world. What if I told you that what we call reality is just the first rung on a vast spiritual ladder, one built not for salvation, but surveillance? Every religion, every ancient text, every hidden scroll whispers the same forbidden truth. We are trapped, not in just one world, but in a maze of planes, each one darker, stranger, and more dangerous than the last. The earth is not your home. It's your prison. Your dreams, not imagination. Your thoughts, not private. Your suffering, just a test, or worse, entertainment for entities you can't even name. From the dense illusion of this world to the divine realms where souls are dissected and rewritten, this journey will change everything you thought you knew about life, death, and the soul's terrifying purpose. Tonight, we ascend the hidden ladder of existence, but beware. Every step you climb brings you closer to the truth and the abyss. What if your entire life was a lie designed to keep you asleep? The earthly plane, the one you're on right now, is a forged reality, a simulation meticulously constructed to bind the soul in flesh and distraction. The ancient Hindus called it Maya, the great illusion. But some esoteric sources go further. They say this illusion isn't just a mistake, it's a weapon. According to suppressed Gnostic texts, the creator of our physical world is not the supreme God, but a false architect, the demiurge, a rogue being that usurped divine power and built this world to imprison shards of the divine, including you. Every heartbreak, every war, every moment of pleasure or pain is a carefully placed trigger to keep your soul spinning in endless loops of reincarnation, forgetting more with each return. In Kabbalistic mysticism, the earth is known as Malkuth, the lowest sphere on the tree of life. But here's the twist. Malkuth isn't just low, it's cut off, sealed, cut from the divine current unless pierced by unbearable suffering or gnosis. That's why enlightenment is so rare, and why darkness seems to rule the world. It's by design. We are batteries feeding higher powers with our energy. The more we fear, lust, or despair, the more they feed. Ancient Babylonian texts warned of watchers, invisible beings that drain us in our sleep. They were dismissed as myths. But what if they were right? You are not just a person. You are a soul in captivity. And this is only the beginning. When you dream, where do you really go? The astral plane is the realm behind the veil, fluid, mutable, charged with emotion and thought. But this is no playground. It's a mirror, and it reflects what hides in the depths of your soul. In ancient Egypt, the astral was known as the Duat, a space filled with gods, monsters, and spirits of the dead. But those who dared enter without preparation were often driven mad, fragmented, or never returned. The same warnings appear in Tibetan teachings where dream yoga reveals that untrained souls attract parasites, beings who feed off your unresolved pain. Western occultists speak of the astral as a field of testing. Here, spirits impersonate your dead loved ones. Entities promise power in exchange for just a piece of your energy. But what they don't tell you is this. The astral remembers everything. Every fear you repress. Every sin you forget. Here they take shape. Those who master astral projection often report terrifying phenomena, screaming entities at the foot of the bed, shadow beings watching silently, a cord connecting them to their physical body that something tries to sever. Is this evolution or extraction? Theosophists describe the astral as the emotional world, but emotion is just the bait. What truly rules this plane is manipulation. Nothing here is solid. Everything here wants something. This plane is not an escape from the earth. It is a labyrinth of seduction. And not every soul who enters finds the way back. Most believe the body ends at the skin. They are wrong. The etheric realm is the ghost of the physical world, a glowing double that exists just one frequency beyond perception. But what lives there is not merely energy. It's memory, trauma, echoes of rituals we forgot we performed. Here, the body is not flesh. It is vibration. Chakras spin, yes, but they are also gates. Some open to higher wisdom, others to parasitic realms that were once sealed by forgotten languages and forbidden symbols, but modern healing techniques have reopened them without protection. In secret teachings of the Rosicrucians, it is said that the etheric body is the soul's anchor to this dimension, and if tampered with, it can result in something far worse than death, soul loss. This is why some people change after near-death experiences, not wiser, but hollow. Energy healers manipulate this field daily, but few ask what happens when you pierce its structure. Those who do often encounter phantoms in their peripheral vision, experience sudden exhaustion, or report strange thoughts that don't feel like their own. Could the etheric be a two-way mirror? One truth remains, this plane remembers. Every intention, every curse, every forgotten prayer. It holds them in luminous patterns that never fade. And when the body dies, it is these patterns that call the soul to its next destination. The etheric is not passive, it's alive, and it's watching. Beyond the energy body, the soul enters the realm of thought, the mental plane. But thought here is not just cognition. It is substance. Ideas walk, concepts devour. Here, lies and truths battle for the soul's allegiance, and the prize is your reality. This is where the Akashic Records are said to reside, a living library that contains every word, action, and intention from all lifetimes. But what if these records are not just passive archives? What if they are sentient? Some who claim to access the Akasha report feeling judged, others feel spied on. Higher still, in the causal plane, the soul confronts its divine blueprint. Here, karma is not a concept, it is a force, a fire, and it burns away identity like parchment. Your name, your face, your roles, all meaningless. Only patterns remain. In this plane, time collapses. Past lives bleed into future incarnations. Decisions made here ripple across centuries. Some secret societies believe that the elite access this plane to rewrite destinies, that they use esoteric symbols and bloodlines to anchor their will across generations. But few can stand the truth of the causal. Here you meet your true self, not the self you love, but the self you hide, the self who made every choice, every betrayal, every act of cruelty that led you here. It is said, if you survive the causal plane, you no longer need a name. At the end of the ladder, there is no ladder. There is only light, but light can blind. The Empyrean, the so-called highest realm, is often portrayed as paradise, but ancient mystics warned, beware the final illusion. In Christian mysticism, it is the home of God. But which God? Some Gnostic sects whispered of a counterfeit heaven, a trap for advanced souls, where light is so overwhelming that free will dissolves. Blissful, yes, but enslaved. Brahmaloka, in Hindu tradition, is a realm of supreme knowledge and eternal bliss. Yet even here, the soul is not free. It waits until the dissolution of the universe, until Brahma sleeps again. Is this peace? Or is it limbo dressed in gold? And then there is Naraka. Not hell as the West knows it, but a realm of precision torment. Every agony designed, every punishment tailored. Naraka is where the soul is shown its true reflection, where karmic justice is not served, but experienced. Not forever, but long enough to forget that anything else existed. Some yogis believe Naraka exists not below, but beside the earthly plane, just a shift in vibration away. And some say the elite have found ways to send their enemies there, while still alive, trapping their consciousness in echo chambers of eternal pain. One last truth. Many who claim to ascend to the light end up in Naraka. Because in the cosmic hierarchy, ignorance is not forgiven, it is recycled. You thought you knew what life was. You thought you knew what waited after death. But now you know the truth. The universe is not a straight path to heaven. It is a spiral, a labyrinth, a multi-dimensional trap where the soul is tested, tempted, and tormented. Each realm promises liberation, but most deliver illusion. And the worst part? You agreed to this. Before you were born, you chose to forget. You signed a contract written in light and sealed in shadow. And now, the only way out is through. But remember, every thought you have, every dream, every coincidence is a message. A code. Something out there, something ancient, is trying to wake you up. The question is, will you listen, or will you return to sleep and begin again? If you want more revelations like this, subscribe to Doom Theory, like the video. Leave your thoughts below, because the world is far darker and far more sacred than you've ever imagined. And this was only the beginning.